Coming up in the morning edition, an island-wide search is on for a suspect who gunned down a police officer. The executive director of a drug rehabilitation center giving his views on the legalization of marijuana. And the John Canoe Corporation of New Providence gets a gold sponsor. It's a Thursday. Good morning, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Morning Edition. Thank you so much for waking up with us. At this hour, a nationwide search is underway to capture a murder suspect who killed an on-duty police officer. Inspector Carlos Blatch, who served as aide to the Governor General, was gunned down shortly after 3 p.m. on Wednesday. This morning, the Ministry of National Security has issued an appeal to the public to assist with information in the capture of the suspect. Meantime, Assistant Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez is also calling on persons who may have been in the area to assist police.
And we are also asking members of the public who was in this area. It was crowded. A number of parents was awaiting their kids from school, and the area was pretty much crowded. So we believe that some persons may have saw exactly what happened. And if they saw that, we asking them to please come forward to assist in trying to identify this individual. He don't need to be out next hour. So we are on a manhunt at this time. Everybody is out trying to find this individual, and we will find this individual.
Mr. Fernandez also assuring the public on the police's commitment in this crime fight.
The criminals are getting bolder and bolder every day. That is very bold. That is very bold. And we will continue. We won't let up. We will continue to go after these individuals who continue to commit crime in our communities and expect to get away. It will not happen. We will continue to ensure the safety of the members of the public. We will do that. We will go down with that.
Now, since that incident, police have issued a sketch of the suspect they are now searching for in the death of Inspector Blatch. The wanted man is of a dark brown complexion, medium build, about 5 feet, 11 inches tall. Meanwhile, Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pindling, is extending condolences to the family of Inspector Carlos Blatch, the officer who was gunned down in what police are saying was an attempted armed robbery as he waited to collect his son from the H.O. Nash Junior High School on Wednesday. Now, in a statement, the Governor General says she is deeply saddened by the tragic death of Blatch, who has been on the staff of the Governor General for the past 14 years. And has worked as Her Excellency's aide-de-camp for the last 4 years. The statement notes that the inspector's service was marked by his expertise in understanding the procedures at Government House. He is described as someone who always took the time to share his knowledge with staff who held him in high regard. While members of the public respected and admired the officer, the Governor General's office notes that following his tragic death, ceremonies of the award's honors set for today have been postponed following that announcement. And there's also this morning the weather conditions in the tropics still generating much concern. And to give us more about weather conditions on the outside, here's Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. We are monitoring 4 named systems out there. We can start with Hurricane Elaine, which is moving toward the north at about 17 miles per hour, and that is expected to weaken as it moves over the cooler waters. And then we have Isaac, which is bearing in on the Lesser Antilles that will be closing in on that island later on today, and Joyce, which is just to the south and west of the Azores Island. And most importantly, we have Florence, the outer bands of those rain bands are already impacting the north coast of the Carolinas, and a trailing trough is now moving into the northwest Bahamas, which will bring a few showers in our area as well today. Outside of our studios, partly cloudy skies, temperatures 79 degrees, relative humidity very rich at 88%, calm winds, your barometric pressure 1,013.3 millibars, it's 29.97 inches, and it is rising. Temperatures around the islands this morning, 77s in Freeport, Greentoll, Key, and Marsh Harbor, Abaco, the Berry Islands 82, 83 in Alderstown, Bimini, in Harbor Island 82, here in the capital 79, Fresh Creek, Central Andrews, Camps Bay, South Andrews at 81, 81 also in Stanuki, that's in the Exomachine, Alderstown, Cat Island at 82, San Salvador and Rome Key 82, 82 is also in Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, and Ragged Island, Acklands 81, 81 in Betsy Bay, Meguana, Matutani, 82 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 81. Your boating forecast for today in the northwestern islands, light and variable winds with flat seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean, high tide 10:70 in this morning, low tide at 4:38 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your first look at weather, the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today and tonight is still ahead.
Thanks a lot, Basil. We now head on out to our streets where our traffic reporter, Sieska Adderley, joins us with traffic officers. Good morning, Sieska.
Good Thursday morning, one and all. This morning's traffic report, we're coming to you live from Blue Hill, and we're talking license plates this morning. But what about license plates should you motorists know? Well, here to tell us more about it is Corporal Miko Evans from the Traffic Division. Good morning, Corporal Evans. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Good morning, Bahamas.
All right. So what do motorists and pedestrians need to know about license plates that you want to share with us this morning?
Well, your license plate, it must be visible. A lot of road users use license plate covers. They put the tints over the license plates, making it difficult for the police officers along with other road users to see the license plate. We discourage this. It is an offense, namely obscured license plate, a very hefty fine of $250.
Okay, so how important is it for you, the police, as traffic managers and other motorists to be able to see the license plate? What's the importance of that?
Well, it's very important, yeah. Your vehicle identification shows the police officers who you are. If there's any criminal offense, any traffic offense, we're able to type your registration straight into the computer, and we can track the license plate straight to the registered owner.
Okay, now while we're talking about license plates, there are some road users that are still using the old license plate. They haven't transferred over to the new ones. What are the penalties for that?
Well, if any other drivers still using the road plates, they are in breach of an offense, namely unlicensed vehicle. Unlicensed, if the vehicle is unlicensed, it is uninsured. We want to urge and encourage all of the road users to discontinue the use of the old plates. They are phased out.
All right. Thank you so much. That was Corporal Miko Evans from the Traffic Division, and he's talking about license plate. So ensure that your license plate are visible to fellow road users as well as police officers. Otherwise, you could pay a hefty fine. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for those tips, Sieska. With marijuana a hot-button topic of debate in this country in the wake of a CARICOM report that recommended its decriminalization and reclassification as a controlled substance, members of the medical profession attended a symposium on Wednesday to learn about medical marijuana. Minister of Health, Dr. the Honorable Dwayne Sands, opened the event at the British Colonial Hilton Hotel, where he noted that he would keep his opinions to himself, but also noted that medical advancements have often put doctors at odds with societal views and created discomfort. He later talked about the significance of the event.
Is this the wonder drug denied a dance at the prom? Or are we about to open Pandora's box? There are conflicting positions that coexist, defining marijuana as a gift from God or the work of the devil. My ministry is pleased to support tonight's forum and any similar forum that aims to educate and inform. We have heard the anecdotes for and against. Now let us see the evidence.
Minister of Health suggested that medicinal marijuana could result in a game-changing breakthrough like anesthesia and penicillin. On the other hand, he says there may also be a negative result.
Are we about to see a story similar to the liberalization of the use of a drug like thalidomide, which was used as a sleeping pill and which caused thousands of babies to be born with malformed limbs? There are some of us in this room that remember the rollout of the life-saving, wonderful COX-2 inhibitor, Vioxx, that had to be withdrawn pulled from the market in 2004 after an increased risk of heart attacks, only 28,000. There was the drug trasolol or aprotenin, thought to reduce the risk of bleeding during open heart surgery, but ended up being withdrawn as it increased the risk of death and organ failure.
As the debate rages on as to whether marijuana should be legalized in this country, either for medicinal purposes or recreational use, one proponent says the country should not be overly concerned that the country will be overrun with users of the drug. Executive Director of the Bahamas Association for Social Health, Terry Miller, says legalizing marijuana does not mean that everyone will decide they want to smoke.
There are a lot of people who don't drink. There are a lot of people who don't smoke cigarettes. There are a lot of people who don't want no smoke in their lungs. Okay, so people aren't going to be breaking down the walls to go. Some people may be curious and try it once and say, okay, I could say I did it, but you're not going to have this outbreak. And even if there's a slight increase, marijuana. I've been preaching now for the past maybe 15, 20 years. Marijuana is the drug of peace. Alcohol is the drug of violence.
Stay close, we've got more news right after this.
If you own a portfolio of securities within a brokerage account, like stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, you can access a hassle-free loan, known as a margin loan, based on the value of that portfolio. Your investment portfolio is essentially used as collateral for a cash loan. And the benefits are numerous. Simple and straightforward application, quick turnaround, a more competitive interest rate, no requirement for monthly payments. Contact us for more information on margin loans.
This week, Arts and Entertainment Showcase is back with another exciting series. Come and take a journey with us. Make new discoveries, meet new friends, get your groove on, and find your inspiration. Watch Arts and Entertainment Showcase Thursday at 8 p.m., Saturday at 7:30 p.m., and Tuesdays at 10 a.m. on the ZNS Network.
Welcome back to the Morning Edition. A well-known resort in South Andros getting a facelift. N3C Construction Company Limited is hard at work renovating the Emerald Palms Resort in Driggs Hill. Chief Councilor Zebedee Roll gave an update on the property that will stimulate that island's economy once completed.
There is demolition going now on in terms of, I think they are demolishing the old buildings, but it is a plus in terms of having that facility or that hotel open, which is, I was told that it will be done sometime in February of next year.
Rose says the hotel's economic boost will also extend to Mangrove Key.
Androsian would have first preference, and those who from Andros that are abroad and who are interested in being employed back home would be able to come back. I know just yesterday, in fact, there was a job fair where they were doing interviews with potential workers now would extend that reach. I don't know, that is for their personals to deal with.
The Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence now has a new gold sponsor. The Rubis Bahamas Limited has now partnered with the JCMP and will fund the country's #1 cultural expression with $150,000 over the next 3 years. The announcement was made during a press conference at the JCMP head office at Norfolk House on Parliament Street. Rubis joins platinum sponsors Kalik, who also has a 3-year contract of some $270,000 with the JCMP. And title sponsor, the Bahamas telecommunications company BTC, has funded the cultural entity with some $230,000 per year to allow JCMP to host both the Boxing and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades on Bay Street. This year, though, the Shirley Street Cup category will be named in honor of Rubis Bahamas Limited. Chairman of the JCMP, Silver Ferguson, says the partnership will go a long way in hosting both parades.
And at this time, we have the privilege of managing these parades. This is an expensive venture, and we are deeply grateful to all of our corporate sponsors who assist us financially. We also like to thank all of those who support us every year. As you know, persons purchase tickets for our parade, and that helps us to basically generate the prize money for our parades.
Marketing manager Latia Duncombe talked about why it was so important for Rubis to invest in Bahamians.
We at Rubis believe in investing in the communities that we operate and that we live in. Junkanoo forms part of our culture, it's a part of our heritage, and we believe in preserving this. At Rubis, our investment over the years has been at the group level, and now we feel that it's time to increase the investment, increase the support. You've mentioned before that it's a very expensive venture, and we want to make sure that Junkanoo is preserved for years to come. And the way that we're going to be involved is from a financial perspective and also from a support perspective. So we'll be there on Bay Street, on Shirley Street, and we'll be cheering for all of the teams and making sure that the JCN is able to continue the parades.
The Bahamas Gaming Operators Association reaching out to help enhance education. The group announced its Adopt a School program. Chief Executive Officer Gershon Major says it is a part of their mandate and social responsibility to help students in the public school system.
The idea was to afford the best and the brightest graduating 6th grader and 9th grader who have the ability to go on to private school or the desire to go on to private school, to afford them that opportunity to do so. And we are granting up to $4,000 a year for the top male and female student coming out of Uriah McPhee and AF Adley over a 3-year period. And this will be an ongoing partnership as we continue to develop and adopt other schools across the Bahamas. These students who have the ability to learn, and they're so gifted and so talented, they may not have the financial means to do so. So we wanted to make sure that we afford them that opportunity.
Scholarship recipient Darnell Mitchell, who graduated from Uriah McPhee and started the new school year at St. Augustine's College, compared her experiences.
I don't really know how to explain it, but I am thankful that I got the scholarship because I don't think I would have been going to St. Augustine's College. So my grades were like all the way up there, and when I was inside Uriah, it was normal because it's a government school, and now I go to St. Augustine's College. It's nice, but it's a lot of walking, but it's still nice. A lot of work. And a lot of work, a lot of homework.
Now, Fisher, I understand that you accepted the challenge that I gave you last week about getting your prostate checked. How did that experience go?
You'll find out about it. I'm going to do a story. You'll find out about it coming up tomorrow. Write it today and we'll do it tomorrow. But coming up tonight, it's a one-game chance for the Johnson Lady Truckers and the Sunshine Auto. Not the Sunshine Auto Wildcats. You threw me off just a bit there. The Proper Care Pool Lady Sharks as they go tonight in the Providence Softball Association playoffs for the right to take on the Sunshine Auto Wildcats in the championship. And I'll encourage all men to go and do it.
That story and more ahead in sports.
Need insurance for your valuables? Shield Insurance is the answer for you, offering friendly, professional service at competitive prices. Our experienced staff at Shield Insurance work hard to ensure that you get the right coverage for your car, home, or business. Now introducing our new premium financing program, designed to make it easier for government workers and employees of approved businesses to receive car and home insurance. Visit Shield Insurance on Thompson Boulevard or call 356-7202.
We are their mentor. And when we live long enough to see them succeed, then we know that we have done a great thing, because that's what we're here for.
Once we get to the kids and we can get Jesus in their heart, then if only we affect one child, that child goes to school in the neighborhood where they might have at least 30 children in the class, and time they spread that good joy, that would be tremendous.
Good morning, everybody, once again. The government school coaches meeting for the first time yesterday from both junior and senior school level since the opening of the new school year on Wednesday at C.H. Reeves. They met to set out the course, the calendar for the entire year, and go over if any new rule changes. CHLSA President Varel Davis spearheading the meeting to let our members know what is expected of them as they hope to produce the best student athletes.
We're about ready to start. We're excited for the new school year and see how things are going to go. I'm happy to see that we have some new members in from the Family Islands, also in our association. And yes, we are actually ready to go. We're about to start volleyball October 1st, and also we can go in the cross country on November 3rd. We just have a briefing on the calendar event for the rest of the school year, and with the respect from our members.
It was also a time for first-time coaches to familiarize themselves of what is expected of them, like University of Bahamas graduate Akia Rose.
I'm just excited to coach my first year at C.R. Walker. I'm just excited. I wish that everything goes well as my first season coaching at C.R. Walker.
Let's now go to Government League basketball action last night at the AF Alley Gym, where the Cyborgs had a tough time in the first half with the Airport Authority Avengers, but second half was a different story as they pull away to an easy 79-51 win.
To be honest, I've never won a game or championship in the first half. These guys are built for the fourth quarter. You have to make certain that they focus. You make adjustments during the half. And once you make the adjustments in the half, we realized who was killing us, and we just made the adjustment, play defense a little bit more aggressively on that play who was killing us. And as a result of that, we were able to shut them down in the second half.
It's a one game for it all when the Johnson Lady Truckers and the Proper Care Pool Lady Sharks play between the White Lines this evening at 8 in the decisive game 5 of the New Providence Softball Association first round ladies playoff. The winner moves on to face the Sunshine Auto Wildcats in the championship. That will get underway on Saturday. The loser will have a front row seat to watch.
I think we'd have to stay positive and stay as a team in order to win. We in it to win it. Lose or we die, or we make it to the next game.
We're going to do what we need to do on Thursday night and put it together and win.
Do you think anybody has an advantage going into that game on Thursday?
No, no one has no advantage. You got to go there, you play the game between the lines, and that's the way the game is played. It's runs and errors.
Josh Rado Chisholm and Visalia now down 0-2 to Rancho in the California League Minor League Baseball Championships after losing 9-3. Jazz going 1-for-4 a run and drove in 2. The scene now shifts to Rancho for Game 3 on Friday, and if necessary, Games 4 and 5 on the weekend. We're wishing them the best of luck to at least get one of those games, especially on Friday. And that's going to do it for your check on sports on a Thursday morning. I'm Charles Fisher. Much more coming up after the break.
Need insurance for your valuables? Shield Insurance is the answer for you, offering friendly, professional service at competitive prices. Our experienced staff at Shield Insurance work hard to ensure that you get the right coverage for your car, home, or business. Now introducing our new premium financing program, designed to make it easier for government workers and employees of approved businesses to receive car and home insurance. Visit Shield Insurance on Thompson Boulevard or call 356-7202.
How much can the Bahamas cut its billion-dollar food import bill? What are we really producing to feed ourselves? What are the challenges facing food production in our country? How can you contribute to reducing our food import bill? Find the answers to these questions and much more. Watch Agriculture Now with Carla Palmer, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m. on the ZNS Television Network.
As an artist, I travel all over the world and I find inspiration all around me.
in the people, and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty, from Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south, and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
You got to make the best of what you have in front of you. And that's some of our problems. We don't know how to make the best of what we've got. You keep on looking out the window and seeing something better. And you think if you get that, that's what's going to make your, oh Lord, this is what's going to make your life better. But I need to tell you, you need to make the best of who you are.
Join us this and every Sunday at 8:30 a.m. for Faith Touch on ZNS TV 13.
The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th. When a hurricane alert is issued for your area, which indicates the possibility that you could experience hurricane conditions within 60 hours, you should begin the initial stages of preparation for the storm. When the storm is 48 hours away, a hurricane watch is issued. Once a watch is issued, be sure to get updates from the Met Office via television and radio. Get your battery-powered radio ready. Keep your emergency supply kit, blankets, and sleeping bags handy, and your children and pets indoors. Be sure you have extra cash and that your car has a full tank of gas. Fill all prescriptions. A hurricane warning means that a storm with winds of 74 miles per hour or more is 36 hours away. At this point, secure all windows with shutters and plywood. Place your valuables and records in waterproof containers and store them on the highest floor of your home or in the safest area. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
In our final look at weather, we have 4 named systems out there that we are monitoring. There is Hurricane Elaine, which is moving toward the north, and that will be closing in on the Azores later on this week. As a matter of fact, between Saturday and Sunday, we expect it to move over the Azores. It's back in winds now of about 75 miles per hour. Joyce just barely holding on to tropical storm intensity at 45 miles per hour. That is moving southwest at 6 miles per hour. And then we have Isaac just to the bottom of our screen. Isaac right now is about 105 miles just to the east of the Lesser Antilles, and that will be moving inland later on today at spacking winds of 45 miles per hour. So it's a very weak system, but nevertheless will produce some rainfall over the Lesser Antilles today. And then Florence also weakening, is now down to 110 miles per hour, making it a Category 2 hurricane. You can see on our satellite picture the outer bands of those rain is already impacting the coast of the Carolinas as well as Georgia coast as well, and that will continue as today wears on. The forecast track will take it northwest for a while and then shifting more towards the west as it moves inland sometime early on Friday morning. And then we go to Isaac. That track will continue moving well to the south of us and taking a sort of turn as it gets into the south, into the northwest Caribbean Sea sometime on Monday morning. The forecast for today, pretty nice, partly sunny and hot, very humid, and there could be a stray shower as that's troughing out of Florence move into the northwest Bahamas later on today. 90 degrees for your high temperature tonight. We are looking at a stray thunderstorm in the evening, turning partly cloudy late at night with your low temperature around 78 degrees. Extended forecast keeping you in the 90s, low 80s heading into the weekend with lots of sunshine shaping up. LaDawn?
Thanks a lot, Basil. And for a second look on our traffic, traffic on our streets, here's our traffic reporter once again, Siaska Adderley. Siaska, good morning.
We are still here on Blue Hill Road. As a matter of fact, we moved just up the street, and as you can see, traffic is getting thick. So if you are not on the road, my recommendation is to get on the road, because if you have to be to work or to school between the 8 o'clock and the 9 o'clock hour, you're definitely late. But whether you are on the road currently or about to be on the road, do so safely. As I said to you, we're coming live from Blue Hill Road, where traffic is thick. But have a good one, everybody. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks a lot, Sieska. And just before we go, we'd like to send out a very special happy birthday to Leon Lundy from the Lundy Foundation, celebrating his sweet 16th birthday. And that does it for the morning edition. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Once again, I'm LaDawn Davis. See you right back here tomorrow morning.